products continually evolve due to technological, cultural, and societal change. To ensure success, companies need a systematic approach that enables them to control and accelerate products' evolution. Amnon Levav, Managing Director and co-founder of Systematic Inventive Thinking, or SIT, joins us to discuss how his company is providing this much-needed solution. Welcome, Amnon. We're delighted to have you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Now, Amnon, what is the biggest challenge that most companies face today in terms of evolution?
I can't say what the biggest challenge is, because we hear of so many challenges lately here in the US, China, petrol prices, etc. But I can tell that one of the big challenges definitely is the need to change. And the need that is felt sometimes internally, pressure is internal, sometimes external, but most companies that we deal with feel they need to innovate, they need to think different, they need to do things differently.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, Amnon, what is SIT and how are you addressing this challenge?
SIT is actually the name both of a method and of our company. The method is called Systematic Inventive Thinking. We started developing and applying it about 13 years ago. And what we do basically is help people and companies to become more innovative. We use a structured method, that's the SIT method, to help people think differently and therefore also act differently.
For more, let's go to this 21st Century Business Field Report.
Many large companies find it difficult to predict and plan for the future. They rely heavily on new technological acquisitions to improve their top line. Small to mid-sized companies are searching for a survival mechanism to keep costs down and profits high. SIT offers solutions for both.
SIT stands for Systematic Inventive Thinking. What's very unique about our method is that it takes into account your existing resources, your existing situations, and finds ways for you to grow organically using the resources that you already have within your organization. The way we do that is by applying a series of tools, thinking tools, to your existing resource base in order to help your products evolve in certain ways. This is a structured method which takes your existing resources, your existing products, finds ways to manipulate them and see how it can develop into a new pipeline of development projects and a new pipeline of products to complete your product portfolio.
Every project involves a different mix of training and ideas development. Because SIT is a method, there is always some focus on training so that you can internalize the method and use it well.
Since Capro began using SIT, our field has become very dynamic and our competitors have also begun to innovate aggressively. Yet I can say with total honesty that a competitor has not once surprised us in the past 6 years. Every new innovation introduced by a competitor since we first began using SIT was anticipated by us.
As you look at things like brainstorming, they tend to lead you to some rather far out ideas. So we wanted to find an approach that would help us develop products that were a little bit closer to our core business. And we felt that SIT's approach would help us do that.
With SIT's proven record of success, clients can rest easy knowing they are in very capable hands. For 21st Century Business, I'm Michael Clark reporting.
Now, do you really believe that it is possible to actually teach people to be innovative?
But certainly there's a difference between the innate ability of one person and another person to be innovative. But I think you can definitely teach people skills that are very useful for them when they want to innovate. So there's, first of all, the skills or tools aspect of it. You don't expect any person who creates to create without tools. Mm-hmm. And people often forget that when you create mentally, you also need mental tools. So one thing you can do is supply people with tools that make it easier for them to innovate. And then you can help people not so much teach them, but train them to certain kinds of behaviors mm-hmm. that encourage innovation, that make innovation possible or easier.
Good. Now, what should a company do in order to become more innovative?
Well, I can say what our approach is. And we believe that there are three elements or three tracks that you need to follow in order to become innovative as a company. And the first is you have to engage in specific activities, specific innovation projects. We don't recommend to start with training. Training is the second element. We recommend to first start and work. We offer our methodology for that and reach some actual innovative results in some specific areas. In parallel to that, we recommend training and teaching people skills and creating local resources. We call them innovation coaches that can then keep the work going after we've left. And the third element, after doing specific projects and doing training, is work on the organizational structures. Because you need to create structures that support the innovation. If you just train people and reach some punctual kind of local results with them and leave it at that, very often it kind of peters out. But if you create the right organizational structures to support it, then you have a good chance of really making a change in the organization.
It seems that once again the clock tells me that we are going to have to terminate this fascinating and very, very important discussion. But before doing so, I want to thank you for your very fine and clear and concise presentation today.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to do it with you.
And thank you for watching. Until next time, for 21st Century Business, I'm Alexander Haig.